spinal mobility. So we did some standing. This is on the floor. If you're comfortable getting up and down, a couple of moves borrowed from yoga. This is a cat-cow back, if you're comfortable or familiar with yoga moves. So I'm coming down and letting my back cave in. And some of us would refer to that as arching, and then rounding alternately the back. So getting great mobility through the lower back and through the hips and the pelvis, really important. So you can't see yourself in this pose. It's great to have someone else's eyes watch you and let you know if you're really rounding the entire back and moving all of it or just parts of it. So get some feedback there, if not from a trainer or an instructor. See if you can get one of your friends or family members to observe what's happening and to tell you if you're improving. So next, this is a thread the needle exercise. So I'm going to have you on all hands and knees, all fours, and then come down and you take one arm through the other. My head is actually in the mat, so I'm lying it down, not carrying any weight, and then reaching through. I moved my hand away and did a small press. And as I push with my hand, I don't lift anything, but there is a stretch through the small of your back. As you do that, you're going to take a breath in and release the stretch, and then push again while you're holding that same side. I'm just going to show you the opposite side. So going to the left side, the right arm comes underneath, the head lays completely down. So across the waistband where you see my shirt meet my tights, that's really where I'm feeling that stretch there. So knees stay down, everything stays on the floor, but my left hand is pressing into the floor with an exhalation out and giving me that stretch. So you come back up to all fours to complete that threading the needle stretch. This last spinal mobility is actually rolling back. So I caution you against forward flexion. And this is actually forward flexion, but the idea is we want your vertebra to have flexibility throughout. And we want to train your abdominals to support it. So the idea is to roll back here very slowly using one piece of that spine at a time. And very lastly, putting head and neck down. So you can see as I climbed up, I went first to the right side and then to the left side. So I'm staying balanced. On this last repetition, I'm going to show you rolling back up, which is much harder if you don't yet have the core strength to do it. So if you feel the strain is in your neck, or you're unable to come up and your feet lift from the floor, you're just not quite ready for this one yet, do the rolling back and go as slow as you can, and you will gradually gain the strength to do the rolling up with it. And this is not to be a sit-up, but mobility exercise.